Word of the day is a roadmap. And remember, you're going to go file, make a copy. And see how this one has multiple slides? So make sure when you do file, make a copy that you say entire presentation. Okay. So, roadmap. In real life, there's a picture of what a roadmap looks like in real life. And in real life, a roadmap helps people know where they're going. Or at least it did before we have Google Maps and stuff, right? But, in the old days, you would have like a paper map in your glove box, and it would help you figure out where you're going. And it's a similar kind of idea in debate. A roadmap in debate helps your judge know where you are going with your arguments. So a roadmap is a preview, if you look at the definition, it's a preview of your contentions. And remember, contentions are your main points. That was our last vocab word. So the roadmap is a preview of those contentions. And it happens somewhere towards the beginning of the speech. And it helps the judge set up their notes. And that might sound like, notes are dumb. But for a debate context, if you can help the judge out with giving them a preview, you're going to make their life easier. And guess what, ignorant neighbors? Hold on, girls. If you make your judge's life easier, you're more likely to win. So, this is where, some of those ELA skills come into play. Using transition phrases. Like, first, next, followed by, in conclusion. Those kinds of phrases really help the judge realize that you're giving a roadmap. Some of the examples that I showed you previously, you would see a lot of kids do something like this when they were saying their roadmap. First, I'll talk about this, followed by this thing, and then I'll finish with blah, blah, blah. Or a roadmap, if it's not just 1, 2, 3, it could also be like a first I'll discuss this, followed by this, finishing with this. Any hand gesture with the combination of the transition phrases really makes it obvious to the judge. I am giving you a roadmap, right? I'm giving you this preview. And it's also, especially for oratory and extemp, it's kind of not possible to really do the speaker's triangle and LD in policy because they're usually reading off their computer. But in oratory or extemp, you also are going to usually, once you actually then transition to your different contentions, that's when you would do the speaker's triangle. So let's review just really quick, because I know that was just like a 30-second one-time thing. So remember, this would be my speaker's triangle. I'm talking, I'm walking, and then I just showed you with my body that I'm transitioning. And then when I'm going to move on to my next main point, like after a big old paragraph of my speech, I just took another couple steps to the side. It doesn't matter if it's a triangle, right? And remember, everything really important when you're doing public speaking happens where? True, but also in the middle, right? So if my judge is in the middle, then I come back to the middle. And remember, if you get slightly closer, it also makes it feel more important. So you wouldn't do the speaker's triangle when you're doing your roadmap. That's happening when you're actually transitioning between your phrases, okay? So let's review just really quick. Everybody shout this out for me. Your contentions are what? Contentions are? Your main points. Now everybody, because Ruby was exactly right. Your contentions are your main points. And your roadmap gives a preview of what? Your contentions! So let's do it one more time. So your contentions are what? And then your roadmap gives a preview of what? Your contentions. So that's the difference, yeah. So before we stop, I just copied and pasted from a couple of former student speeches so that you could see their roadmap. So if you go down to the second slide on this vocab chart. So this was one from an oratory person. Now oratory, your roadmaps are the toughest. And it was funny because when I was observing Eastmont yesterday, I overheard one of the varsity oratory kids. She was like, "Oh, I'm trying to figure out my roadmap. It's so difficult." Because oratory, their roadmap has to be more fun sounding. It's usually connected to their theme. So this girl's roadmap was connected to her theme, which was Wonder Woman. So she figured out a way to kind of weave Wonder Woman into her roadmap. So she said, first, we'll see the tremendous reach of biased reporting. That was her topic. Next, we'll find out why one-sided media is creating a huge desperation for peace of mind. And lastly, we'll deal with the fire and fury of generalizations threatening our core values. She put some Wonder Woman-like phrases in there. So that's kind of a more interesting oratory roadmap. Extemp, it won't be that fancy because extemp isn't pre-written like oratory. LD and policy are much more straightforward because they are more informative rather than performative. It's more of a performance in oratory rather than LD and policy. You're just giving the information. So in LD and policy, your roadmap really will just be like factual. First, I'm going to discuss this. Then I'm going to discuss this. Listen. My contention 1 is this. My contention 2 is this. And what a good judge does while you're giving a roadmap like that, the judge will have notes. And as soon as they hear something like contention 1, they write that on their notes. So you're really just helping them, right? Organize their thoughts. Now, for my varsity kids, a lot of kids in the past were used to doing an off-time roadmap, which I'm just going to be honest, you just don't need to. I've moved away from those. Like all of our judges nowadays, they're just going to be flowing as you're debating, so you just don't need that. So I am not allowing off-time roadmaps anymore. So just get out of the habit. Just build it into your speech, because really, this takes like 5 seconds to read this. This is nothing. It really does not take away that much time from your speech, and it actually causes more of like an upset trying to do an off-time roadmap. Just build it into your speech, because it doesn't take hardly any time at all, okay? So, what I want everybody to do for their U try box, go ahead and make up a little fake roadmap. First, followed by in conclusion. You could do about a fake topic. It doesn't even have to be about your real topic. But remember, it won't let you type on the U try box unless you do file, make a copy. So everybody give me an example in the U try box. And you can just make it up first, second, third. Beginning, middle, end. First, followed by in conclusion. Make up a little fake roadmap. Okay, and same thing. I'm going to give a coin to like the 2 people who I can bribe into sharing, just for people who are stuck. Help out your classmates. Who's got an example of a roadmap? It could even be a debate 2 kid that is going to earn the coin. Of course it's Henry, because you're awesome and you're always helping out your classmates. Okay, Henry, tell me. Boom. If I was his judge, I now know where he's going. I just gave you a coin. And I could also organize my notes. One more debate 2, kiddo. Who can I give a coin for sharing? Chloe, would you mind? Because I know you've got one in your speech. Okay. Nice and loud.
So first, let's put down the nail polish and see how hard those things are. Second, we need to put down this down and
love it. And so her theme was very, very expertly woven in throughout her roadmap there, which is why one of those Eastmont kiddos was complaining, because it's hard to do. It's hard to make it seem that seamless. And I like that we had a difference. Like Henry's was exactly what it was supposed to be. It's more like it's just straightforward. Here's what the points are. And Chloe's was a little bit more like entertaining and flowery. And that's how they're supposed to be. Okay, we are done with that.